we can measure and judge our society based on the way we treat our children and our seniors. You learn that there's a certain pathology that is associated with that kind of crime that causes the predator to choose that kind of victim. And it was very similar factors that I became aware of that were present when someone abused a senior. And so it was a natural extension of the work that I did in trying to protect the young among us, the vulnerable who are at the beginning of their lives, that I then went to a concern about what was happening with the seniors among us, who are also at another end of the spectrum, but also at a stage of life where they can be vulnerable. They tend to be victims of crimes that are committed by people who they hold in a position of trust. And so that makes those crimes even more insidious, because it's not only the crime that happens, which could be physical abuse, emotional, financial abuse, but it also is a violation of trust. What we also see with seniors is that when they're a victim of crime, they tend to be a particular type of victim that does not report crime. In fact, we estimate that as many as over 80% of the cases of senior abuse go unreported. And I have theories about why that is, and we can talk about that. But also one of the aspects of seniors that is unique in terms of who they are as victims is that they are people who, again, are reliant on others for care. If we are truly living in a civil society, we want to make sure, and we should guarantee, that there are no voiceless among us, that we give them a voice, that we empower them, and that we support and protect them. Safety is absolutely a civil right. We cannot have an ordered society, a civil society, a functional society, if people do not feel safe in their homes and in their communities. Children will not be able to go out and play or explore or imagine. Seniors will not be able to walk down the street to visit with friends, to play cards, or go to the place they worship, their God, if they don't feel safe. And we as a community have to say we are going to stand up for everyone, but in particular our most vulnerable, and recognize that their right to safety is a civil right and should be fought for and should be protected.